Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jewel and Reet here, and welcome to the Quarantine Life, episode number, what does it say, 60?
Yeah, we have one more to go.
Tomorrow is the last one.
Wow, this has been such a great run. For those of you who don't know and are just starting to watch this, we have been going live every single day on the daily at 6 p.m. PST, doing these Quarantine Life episodes on the Essetino Artist YouTube channel, as well as on Facebook, with the intention of just showing up for you guys, hanging out with you, getting to know more about you and what you're up to, as well as you getting to know more about us. So every single episode has been different. We kind of take it where you want to take it. And if you have any questions about anything as well that you've seen on the channel, we're happy to answer it here for you. But yes, as Jewel mentioned, we have one more to go. May 30th, tomorrow, Saturday, will be the last Quarantine Life episode. However,
Daily
we will
episode.
Yes, however, we will be switching over to a weekly live stream on the channel, which we're really excited about.
Yes. So let's quickly say hello to some people.
Yes, I'm just going to close this window here because there's a lot of noise from outside.
Hey, Jojo. Jojo says hello and happy Friday, everyone.
Hi, Jojo.
Lenny, hey Lenny, saw you earlier on Cheeks of Product Patrol's live stream. They're still going actually, and they did their whole bacon finale. Today was their last daily live stream, and then they're moving to a weekly as well. They went through all of their games. Like there was like 622 games or something like that.
They went through all of them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's so many of them.
And they finally finished all the games.
Yeah, and I didn't know as well. They did a bacon review, the single serve bacon review. I didn't know there were so many different flavors.
That was funny.
Raspberry and
that was
coffee.
Funny when they ate the habanero one. I like it when they eat spicy food and it's like they can't handle it.
Live reaction.
I probably wouldn't be able to handle it. We've got Teddy. Hey, Teddy.
Hi, Teddy. How's it going?
We saw your question. We'll be answering that in the emails.
Absolutely. Let us know as well what you guys got up to today. How was your day today?
Braden. Hello, Braden.
Hello, Braden. Nice to see you here again.
And Roland, we also saw you on the Cheeks live stream Product Patrol. And we actually drank our last glass Coke bottle yesterday. So I don't have any more. I only have like the coconut water pops where they're flavored like kind of pop beverages.
It's coconut water.
Yeah, but it's like pop but flavored.
Yeah,
but I don't have any more of the Coke. Did you end up getting some Coke?
Yeah, we saw you had, after watching the Cheeks video, Roland, we saw that you had a craving for a Pepsi.
Coke.
And Coke. He actually mentioned Pepsi. He said, I'll take a Pepsi.
Lenny says, yum, yum. Yeah, Lenny was there. There were so many bacon emojis on the Cheeks of Product Patrol live stream. Jojo says, thanks for the snacks, Roland.
Yeah.
So today was like a little bit of a cleaning day. We actually cleaned the deck area. So we're getting ready to go get some plants for crop yielding. We're going to be getting that. So we just had it cleaned because it was like stained from, rainwater and birds and stuff like that.
Yeah. Step 1 is done. Step 2 is actually going out and getting those plants. But we also need to learn more about how to take care of them, so that they grow properly. And we're thinking cherry tomatoes, basil for sure. I don't even know.
I don't know what other
is out
ones
there that you can get.
I mean, I'm gonna look and see, like, do I eat that, and then pretty much that'll be what the deciding factor is.
Yeah, Roland, do you have a video, or maybe you can create one on what would be a good sort of starting kit in terms of what plants to get for growing something at home?
Yeah, for beginners, like no one that has ever grown anything.
Yeah.
Because I only had that basil plant beforehand, and that was pretty easy.
I just kind of sat in the house actually by the kitchen, and then anytime we needed some basil, we'd throw it in the cooking.
Roland says he was about to go out for a pop run, but decided against it. Why did you all of a sudden decide? I remember you were craving it in the live stream there.
Because he wouldn't make it in time for our live stream. That's
oh,
why.
wait, I guess it wasn't really that close by. It's not just like a quick thing that you can do. Do you guys have DoorDash or food delivery where you guys are at?
Braden says, I've got a date for my procedure. Excellent. Good to hear, Braden.
June
Send
12th.
good vibes on June 12th. Looking forward to feeling better and having the energy to carry out all your amazing plans. Absolutely.
Wow.
That's a positive source of news. Thanks for sharing that with us, Braden. Yes, sending you good healing vibes your way.
Roland says, wow, I'm excited for you. That is very exciting. We've got here Liat. She's back. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
And then Liat says, Roland and Lenny, thank you so much for joining our live. Yeah, it was their season. It was not the season finale. It was their
kind of
live stream finale. And
finale.
Congrats to Liat and Cheeks. How many episodes did you guys end up doing?
I think they mentioned 60.
Was it 60 was the last one?
That was a really good run. And yeah, congrats to you and Cheeks for sticking at it on the daily.
Yeah. And Cheeks actually did too, because he did a property patrol.
Yeah. Cheeks has
4.
two
so
YouTube channels
he did
as well.
2 live streams a day for like the past 60 days.
Amazing.
That's crazy. Let's see here. Roland says, I'm no expert, but you don't have to be. Yeah, we're just going to kind of jump in and be like, okay, we're growing our own food now. Jojo says, sending good and positive vibes to your way, Braden. And then Braden says, thank you, everyone.
Roland says, it's close, but too tired to run. I run all day long. No delivery here.
It's so nice. They do it's almost too convenient here. So with our delivery, like even though we're in a condo building, they come right up to your door, like we buzz them in and stuff, and it's like really convenient.
Mm-hmm. Liat says 61 episodes.
61 daily episodes.
Remember?
Slow clap.
Regular clap. Amazing. Remember when we went to the YouTube meetup and then there was this guy who, we heard about this guy who went live for 4 hours every single day?
No, it was every single week.
Every week?
Yeah.
It wasn't a daily.
So every Saturday he would go live for like 4 or 5 hours or something, starting from the morning, and his views, like it really impacted his channel in a good way.
And how long had he been doing that for? How many weeks? Did they mention that?
I don't know, a pretty good amount, at least a couple of months.
Okay.
At least. And yeah, it was like hours, at least 4 to 5 hours of live streaming once a week. It was pretty crazy. So
we have a few people now and ourselves who have been doing live streams, all with a positive impact that we've been hearing. So if you guys, do work up the courage to do live streams on your own YouTube channel, it can really go a long way in terms of the views. Mm-hmm. We're going to be doing a weekly live stream. So even just doing 1 day a week, or maybe even once every 2 weeks, just to see the impact of it.
Mm-hmm. Lenny says, you got it, Braden. Roland says, I will come up with these ideas for your veggies. Message me. Nice. What you like. Thank you.
Will do.
Congrats on the 61 days product patrol. And Roland says, check out what I had for dinner tonight on my Facebook. Okay. Mm-hmm. I will check it out.
It sounds enticing. You're always keeping us like in mystery, Roland.
Oh, here.
You have a good way of luring people in.
It was a fried egg on a pork chop.
That looks good.
Also some radishes and lettuce from the garden. The lettuce looks good.
That looks like so good. And most of that's from your garden, right? That looks really yummy.
This is what Roland had for dinner tonight. That's nice.
Braden says food delivery is way too convenient, but it's been a lifesaver for me and my lack of energy, but really looking forward to cooking at home. I made surprisingly good balsamic BBQ tofu. Ooh, that sounds so yummy.
Barbecue tofu. That sounds
love
crazy.
Balsamic flavoring, balsamic vinegar and anything, but I haven't tried balsamic and barbecue together. That sounds really good. And I do like tofu as well. Roland says, it's shocking. Roasted radishes. Radishes are good. I think they're like not a common thing that a lot of people eat, but they're really good in salads. Lenny says potatoes is the best choice to survive the next apocalypse.
It's like in that movie with Matt Damon. Remember Matt Damon?
Yeah.
All he ate was like potatoes and like ketchup or something.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, it's not. I'm trying to think of the name. It wasn't Interstellar.
Martian?
Yeah, something like that. Martian. Yeah.
He was on Mars, I think.
Yeah.
Not the moon and not just in space. He was on an actual planet. And then he just had to survive there because the thing crashed or...
I don't remember the exact story, but yeah, that must be pretty exciting to have some of the plants make you food while you're in space.
We've got Phil in the house.
Hello, Phil.
Happy Friday, people. Roland says, hey, Phil. Leah, congrats on the 61 episodes.
Yes, Braden says the Martian.
Yeah, Martian on Mars. Phil says, hi, Roland. We got a bunch more people entered into the contest.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I think we're at 23 entries now. Yeah.
I can't remember. The company that sent me those microphones, they saw the review video that I did and they said that they loved it. So maybe they'll give us they have product line, so they have different kinds of microphones and stuff. So they maybe they'll give me more different other kinds of microphones.
I love seeing all of the different reasons of how you guys would use the microphone. So for those of you who don't know, we are running an Essetino giveaway contest for 2 lapel or lavalier microphones that you can use. So you can enter between now and tomorrow. 3 p.m. PST is the cutoff.
Yes. And
basically we are, it's free to enter. We're just inviting you to join our Creative Business Success Facebook group, which the link is scrolling down on the bottom of the live stream there. And to come into this Facebook group, come to this post, which you see here on your screen, and answer this question. What kinds of videos would you be filming with the lavalier mic, and what device would you connect it to? So we've had a bunch of comments come in on this post. And I see people working on educational projects for their students, online courses, graphic designing, a few gaming channels. People said they would use it for gaming channels or give it to someone who has a gaming channel. Yeah, it's been really cool reading your responses.
We've got a lot of people entered. That's really cool to see. We really like the participation.
Yeah, and just getting to know more about your projects and what you're all working on.
Nice.
So yeah, we're very excited to be giving those away. We're going to announce 2 winners tomorrow at our last Quarantine Life episode live stream. So tomorrow when we go live at 6 p.m. PST, we'll be hanging out for a bit and then drawing for the 2 winners for the microphone.
Bone says, I'm winning one of the mics. The rest of the folks can fight for the other.
Yes.
I know, Roland, you've
that energy.
You've entered in all the contests. So far, this is the 3rd contest we've had, and you keep entering. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for everyone, but I'm rooting for you to win. It's all about the energy. You have to. One time, I wanted, when I had a 9-to-5 job at this insurance company, and they were having the Christmas party at the Sheraton Hotel in downtown Vancouver.
Oh, I remember this. Yes.
And they had so many prizes because a lot of the body shops and glass shops, they would donate money and prizes, like cool prizes. And the big prize at the end was like a weekend stay at a really nice one of the suites at the Sheraton Hotel in downtown Vancouver, where the party was at. The hotel actually gave a prize as well.
That's an awesome prize.
Yeah, and I remember I was like, I want to win that. And I was sitting at the table and I was like, I'm going to win that. I'm going to win that. I just kept saying it over and over again, over and over. And the whole table was like, oh, we're out of focus. The whole table was like rooting me on and stuff. And they each had someone like pick the names and stuff. Like, so another employee would like pick out the name of someone. And then I remember I was like, this guy was picking out the names, and then he picked one up, and then he accidentally dropped it, and then he dropped it back in, and then he picked up another one, and then they read out my name, and I like freaked out. I like jumped in the air, and I was like screaming, and like my whole table was cheering for me because I willed it so.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm going to win this.
Yeah, and the entire table was doing it for you as well.
Yeah.
Thinking about you winning this. So.
I know. It was the collective
awesome.
Energy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay, here we go. Teddy says, I think my wife likes that movie. She watched it like 20 times. Whoa.
Wow, she must really like it.
Yeah.
20 times is a lot to watch.
That's like, the movies that I've watched that many times are like Home Alone, The Griswolds Christmas, Mrs. Doubtfire, The Mummy, like movies like that.
Mrs. Doubtfire is good. Lenny says, Roland has good audio on his videos, but his gnome needs one. The garden assistant. Yeah, the gnome doesn't say much.
Jojo said, so I wanted to be there for you, Liat, and Product Patrol, but I had to put in a couple of extra hours at the office today. No worries, Jojo. Just the fact that you were there in support.
Absolutely.
Roland says, yes, Lenny, the gnome is soft-spoken. Oh my God, that's a good one.
Watch, you're gonna win that mic.
Oh my God, that's funny.
We want a photo of you putting the mic to the gnome.
I'm actually tearing up because that makes me laugh. I'm just picturing the gnome. I haven't even seen the gnome.
RG says, hello, everybody. Hello, RG.
Hey, RG.
Happy Friday to you as well.
Or as we found out yesterday, your name is Ryan.
Yes.
And then we've got here 7 days present. Hello.
Yes, high five to you as well. Thank you for joining us.
Phil says, a few years ago, I won 2 tickets to the women's final at Wimbledon. Whoa.
Wow.
I won it from buying a bottle of Robson's squash. What?
That's so random. Wow, what a prize to win from a squash.
Was it one of the, like, Serena Williams? Was she playing in that?
That's awesome.
Yeah, Serena or Venus Williams, was she playing? That would have been crazy.
Who did you take with you, Phil? That's awesome.
Wow. Roland says that's a good story.
7 days present says, I love hearing stories like that.
Needed to hear that. Yeah, I willed that. I was so confident. I was like, that is mine.
That was like going to Montreal, remember?
What happened in Montreal?
For the tour?
Oh, like, oh yeah, okay.
So tell that story.
So another story was, this is when Arit was signed with a record label company here in Canada. And they were doing this tour across Canada. And they separated the tour into 2 parts. So Canada there's a bunch of provinces all lined up, right? Starts with British Columbia, which is where we're at. And so they were doing the tour in 2 halves. So the western part of the tour and then the eastern part of the Canadian tour. And they were only taking a couple of the Western Canadian artists to the East.
Yeah.
And they were only going to take you if you were one of the top 2 artists to sell the most amount of tickets to your show.
To your home
To your
show where
home
you were
show.
headlining.
So we were here in Vancouver. Arid is performing here. And when they announced that, we're like, we're going on the Eastern tour.
It was already done
Decided.
in my mind. I was like envisioning myself on the east side of Canada, touring through Montreal, Ontario, all that kind of stuff. It was like, I'm going. I'm one of those artists.
And the cool thing was they were also doing the show online, so you could sell tickets online to people that weren't necessarily there with you.
Yeah.
So we were hustling. We were trying to sell tickets to anyone and everyone, and I think we sold like over 127 tickets. We blew everyone out of the waters. We blew even the groups. There were like rock band
bands.
There were rock band groups with 5 guys in them, and like Arid's just the artist. I'm not the artist. And like we blew everyone out the water, and yeah, we ended up going on the eastern side of the tour.
So amazing. Dream come true. See, when you just will something, you already visualize it. You've already decided in your mind that it's going to happen. Just things start to happen that all kind of come together and make it so.
The yes story was for what?
Yeah, we understood it, or at least I did. She says the yes.
Oh, okay,
or
okay.
he, not sure. He or she says, yeah, the yes was for your story.
All good ones, Jewel. I like As Good as It Gets with Helen Hunt and Jack Nicholson. Oh, yeah.
That's a funny one.
That is a funny one. Liat says, no worries, Jojo. Thank you for thinking of us. Always thinking of you guys, Product Patrol. Phil says, yeah, because they used to sponsor Wimbledon. I don't think they do anymore.
Oh.
That's crazy. They got
That's
it from
an
the
awesome
squash.
prize.
Great story indeed. Great movie, Teddy. I like rewatching that one too.
Phil says that year Serena was sick. Oh, so it was 2 women I've never heard of, forgotten their names, but I saw Frank Lampard there and the guy from Big Bang Theory. Oh,
Sheldon.
Cool. I used to watch Big Bang Theory all the time. So funny.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Serena was sick that year. If you guys have a chance to watch a documentary on Serena and Venus Williams on their story on how they became champion tennis players, it is crazy. Like, they had 0 experience, and it all started when their dad found a VHS tape of tennis. I don't know where he found it, like a thrift store or something. They weren't very wealthy. They were kind of poor. And he found this like VHS tape of like how to play tennis. And then he watched it, and then he started training his girls, Serena and Venus, to play tennis. And he was not a tennis coach. And yeah, he trained them in a way that was totally different from any other tennis player. He strengthened them to the point where they would totally beat the other girls. Like, he would do boxing with them and football with them so that their arms were like crazy, and the power that they had.
He made them do a whole bunch of other sports training, not
that were
just
completely
tennis.
like you would think would be unrelated.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just a really cool story to know that like none of them had experience, and then they became like the best.
Their uncommon training or trajectory is what led them to have uncommon talent, right? They're the best.
Roland says, oh my god, I've been to Montreal twice for hockey games. I had too much fun. My brother and I ended up at a Russian bar. Their music, what a blast.
Oh, I remember. So I performed for that leg of the tour on Eastern Canada. It wasn't just Montreal. We were, going through Ontario and
we were in Toronto.
Yeah, Nova Scotia, Halifax as well.
Oh yeah, Halifax.
So, but Montreal was one of my favorite. It was at the Rialto Theater.
Where Celine Dion used to perform.
Yeah, Celine Dion and other big names had performed there. It was so cool. And after the show, we all went to a karaoke bar, like all of the artists together. It was so fun. And we tried the the Montreal bagels that they have there, which was delicious. I didn't even need to put anything on it. I just ate the bagels like that. Russian bar probably would be a blast. I can just imagine that.
7 Days Present says Montreal. Yeah, Old City, Quebec was also really cool. That reminded me of Europe.
Of Europe. It does look like Europe, yeah.
And then we've got Ashraf. Hello.
Ashraf.
And Braden says, was that when Serena's dog food?
Is that when Serena ate her dog's food that the hotel provided?
We clearly
don't know about this story, Braden.
Teddy says, got to step out for a few. Be back soon. No problem.
No problem.
Is that on Netflix? It was on Netflix. Let me see if I can find that right now for you guys.
They took it out?
Sometimes they remove things off of Netflix, but let me find it.
All right.
But yeah, it was when the documentary is a little bit older now because I think I watched it like 2 or 3 years ago, but it's still cool to see their story.
Maybe it can be found on YouTube.
Yeah, let me look it up. Venus.
7 Days Present also wants to know the name of the documentary or where to find it. RG says Shawshank Redemption always catches my attention. Yeah, every time it's on TV. I watched it last night again for the 100th time. Yeah, I like movies like that too. Memento, Matrix is really cool too.
Here, this is what it was called. It's called Venus and Serena. Let me see where I can find where it's playing. But like, it was really cool to hear the story.
No worry, Linda. Hello, Linda, and welcome. She says, oh no, I'm late.
No worries, Linda.
Nice of you to join us.
This is the second last episode. Tomorrow will be the last one.
Yeah, I know. But we will be back for a weekly live stream. So we're not abandoning you guys. Don't worry. Phil says they should make a documentary on Gary Vee. Yeah, that is a great idea. I'm surprised he hasn't created something like that, right?
I don't know. He's not so
I feel
flashy like that. He's not so like, oh, I want a movie about me. He does a lot of talks and stuff. He has had the camera follow him. I remember when he was in Dubai, he did something that I've never seen before. He had his videographer follow him for the entire day because oftentimes he just visits the city for the talk and then arrives and then leaves immediately after. He's not like us where when we go to a city, we like to stay for a week. We like to tour everything and like actually experience it. He's very in and out of cities. So he had his film crew document his, like he was only there for like 8 hours or 10 hours, something really short from when he wakes up to his speech and then in between different things and then leaving. And his video was like 8 or 10 hours long on his YouTube channel.
Wow, that's crazy.
And the guy that was filming had so many batteries because he was like, he didn't want to miss it. He wasn't supposed to miss any moments. So he was constantly like, as soon as that battery's done, quickly change. And then like, it was like a continuous kind of.
It was one guy following him throughout the entire thing, or did they switch?
I think it's his main videographer that he always has.
That's insane.
Maybe there was another one just in case. I don't know, but it was just like, it was a really different thing that I've seen. And nothing, like barely anything was cut out. Like even when he was eating and like when he steps out.
Does he even eat? How often did he eat?
He does. I saw him eat. He was eating a salad.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, when we have conferences or, travel for business, we love to just experience the city that we're going to because might as well. I mean, we're there. Might as well make the most of it. And we love just like trying the foods at those places and touring around to the different tourist sites and doing some sort of crazy adventure and just living life.
So far, I see it on Amazon Prime Video. It's on there.
Venus and Serena documentary?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find it anywhere else.
Okay, so Braden clarified here. He says, Serena ordered dog food for her dog at the hotel she was staying at and thought it looked so good. So she tried it and ended up getting very ill. Wow, I don't know what to say to that. I could have told her to not eat the dog food. That's not good.
That
Maybe it looked
sounds
like
like a
steak or
crazy
something.
story.
I know. Imagine you have to like miss your competitions because you ate dog food. That's terrible. But now we know what you were talking about, Brayden. Thank you. Lenny
I'm trying to find where they
says
watched this
Gary
thing.
probably does it when he buys the jets. That's his ultimate goal.
It is his. It's weird. His ultimate goal is to buy the jets, but he's not necessarily, and he's explained this many times, he's not, because people are like wanting to help him get the jets, and he's like, no, it's almost like it's the chase of getting the jets. It's almost like he doesn't actually want to get the jets. You know what I mean?
Kind of like
it's that
it's just
goal
kind of
that's
like
always
the moving
there.
cheese that
Yes.
just keeps getting drawn back and back.
Yeah.
I can understand that. To have more of the journey be more meaningful, to live more in the present. But at the same time, you know, if he does get the jet,
because he totally
set
can.
another goal, set another massive thing on top of that. I think that's really the key, is like with all these celebrities and stuff, I think that they reach a certain level of success, and it's like if you don't have another goal on top of that ahead of you, then that's when things can start to feel like all this stuff is being taken away, you know, because if you've had all that fame, all of that money, all that success, and you're like, well, what's next? And you don't feel like there's anything left, then that's when you start to go down a rabbit hole and not feel good. So it's good to always have a goal, an overarching goal, something that's pulling you through, that why, right?
Hold on, I'm still trying to find this for you guys.
RG says, how should we celebrate your successful quarantine life run? Should we toast with the beverage of our choices?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so you know what, guys? Bring your beverage of choice tomorrow to our final quarantine life episode live stream at 6 p.m. PST. Can be alcoholic, you know, make yourself a martini if you like, a glass of wine or coffee as well. I mean, if tomorrow's like a hot day, I pretty much do want a nice cold drink. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yes, great idea, RG.
Okay, it's not on Netflix anymore.
So Amazon Prime so far.
Amazon Prime, I think YouTube.
And hello, Product Patrol. Bacon. I'm surprised all of those emojis aren't bacon.
Yeah, that was cool, really seeing the individual strips of bacon. And you guys eating the habanero one, that was my favorite. That was my favorite.
I loved the live reaction of that too.
I really like it when you guys eat the spicy foods.
What was your favorite one? I know you said you liked all of them except for the curry one, I think. But what was your favorite flavor? Jojo says
video.
So did you, Arit, Jewel, and Roland learn French on your visit to Montreal? We actually we learn
Here's
French
the thing
here
about
in Canada.
Canada.
It's like your second language, so you
but it's weird. It's different
to learn French, but the thing is you lose it after you leave school. So
the thing about Canada that I've noticed is it's totally different. So on the west side of Canada, there's barely any French happening.
Yeah.
Like barely. And you are required to take French as you're growing up, but I can tell you that I barely learned anything. Just the very basics, certain words here and there, nowhere near having a conversation. I know Hebrew better than I do French. And then when you go to the other side of Canada, the east side of Canada, like in Ontario onwards, it's totally French over there. Like when we were in Nova Scotia,
country on that side.
Yeah, even in Halifax, they give you the menus in French first.
Yeah.
And
the
then
McDonald's was all in French.
Yeah.
The menus.
I felt like I was in a different country.
I think I had to help you order because
And I was like, cheese, I want cheese on that.
Because I remember some of my my high school French, but I wouldn't be able to fluently speak it. I think when I came out on stage for that show in Montreal, I said bonjour, but that's like about the extent.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, yes. Bonjour. There, is that better?
Product Patrol says he's having KFC.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Going full force with
You
the
don't-
protein tonight.
You don't usually eat KFC, Cheeks of Product Patrol. That must be a celebratory. Sweet
You
bacon
like
for
the sweet?
you.
I think Liat said she liked the raspberry one as well. I think, was that a sweet one, the raspberry?
Brayden says, I think I might know the answer, but what's your why that keeps driving you? So like in general, like in life?
That keeps driving you for what you're doing in life. Do you want me to answer first?
Yeah, you can. I have
Okay.
my answer.
Okay. Oh, wait,
Whoa.
hang on a second.
Quick
We
shout
have
out.
to say hello quickly because I know she'll
She'll
leave.
leave in a moment.
Hi, Justine.
This is Justine. She's my sister. She's 1 year younger than me.
Nice of you to join us. She might have left by now.
I know.
Raspberry one was definitely my favorite. Okay, awesome.
Then the tie. Here.
Okay.
Oh.
So going back to the why that keeps me so driven is just helping people realize that they can still live a passionate, fun, exciting, creative life. Because, I always had this thing inside of me when I was growing up. Like I loved music. I love writing poetry and doing arts and crafts and all this fun arts creative stuff. But I was never really taught that, or I was actually given the impression that that is not a really serious choice as something that you can do in life. And it created this major, discomfort within me. And I think that now that I'm on the other side of that, just deciding to make that transition, and it was freaking scary to make that transition, I'm so passionate about helping others do the same thing, if that's what they want, obviously. So what my why that's driving me is just helping others live their most exciting, fun, creative life. And that kind of goes into everything that we do with this channel and with the Creative Business Academy and with my music continuing on my music channel and helping other music artists. So that's my why.
Before I answer my why quickly, Justine apparently is still on the stream. Whoa.
Nice.
You're usually 1 second and then you're gone.
You have to join us tomorrow, Justine, as well. It's our season finale.
Season finale.
It's the final episode of Quarantine Life live streams here, and you should bring an alcoholic beverage with you because that's what we're all doing.
So my why, it's there's 3 of them because they've changed. So my initial why to start what I'm doing to become an entrepreneur, the initial why was money. The initial why, that was the driving force, was like, I want to make more money. I grew up a certain way thinking I don't blame my parents for anything because that's how they grew up and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I always wondered why we didn't have more and all this kind of stuff. That's a deeper story. But that was my initial why. And then my why became freedom. I wanted freedom for myself because I hated the jobs that I was at. And I always felt trapped. I always felt like there was more to life than what was actually happening. I couldn't believe that this is life after high school. I couldn't believe that I was potentially going to be at this insurance job until I retire. I was like, I can't see myself being here for another year, let alone 10, 15, 20 more years. Like, is this how it goes? Because people, you're taught to, stay at a job and earn that seniority and climb that ladder and all that kind of stuff.
Live by default, live a scripted life.
So it turned into freedom, like desperate freedom. And then once I got the freedom, then it turned into helping as many people that want to be helped. Because when I got to feel the freedom and to have financial freedom and to be free in your mind of what people actually think and what you can actually do, like I get to decide what I want to do in the day. If I want to go over here, if I want to go over there, if I don't feel like working, if I want to go on a hike. Back when we could travel, I'd be like, let's go to the city for a week, and let's hang out there. I want that for other people. That's why I get so excited when people realize that they want to take their passion and make it into a full-time thing. That's why we're very encouraging of that, because that fireball of energy, that is the key. You must protect that. If that flame dies, everything dies, and then you become like, a regular type person, and you kind of just go into the mundane, right? Which happens to a lot of people, which we were in.
Yeah.
You got to break out of the mold. So that's the evolving whys. But now my why is to help as many people as I can, because I know that feeling. I know what it's like, and I know what it's like to get out of that, and I know it's possible because I did it. So we want to show people that that's possible.
Basically, I want to help people to take the reins on their own life and to be in the driver's seat, and to know that they to empower them, that they can be in the driver's seat, that they can do what they want and spend time with who they want, and not live life by default and have things and always feel like things are happening to you, but for you to actually drive the car and decide where to go and who you want to spend time with. Like, I'm so grateful that I can just, when my sister comes and visits from Ontario, I can spend like weeks with her. I can spend the month,
the entire month. We just hang out with her.
Yeah, I don't have to put in any time or anything like that. Like, if I want to go over there and, we do, like, I stay over there with her where she stays, and we just like hang out. We go on these adventures and go out and just spend time together. Like, it's just, it's a blessing. And we want to share that with other people. We want to help other people feel what we're feeling.
Mm-hmm. Roland, back to the Frenchness. It's Roland says, I have a very French name, but I never spoke French. My mom couldn't speak French. That's crazy. A lot of people think Arit's name, they think it's
Auray. Yes, because the ET in French, like in certain words, that's how you would pronounce it, A. But yeah, it's not French.
Justine says, haha, yes, I will join.
Excellent. We'll hold you to that, Justine, if you haven't already left.
Phil says, conformity, it's just not for me. Exactly.
Totally.
From when I was a kid, I felt this need. I was like, I want to do something exciting in life. I want to live a life of fun. I know it's like weird to say to people, and it's like, I want to have a fun life.
Adults don't have fun.
I know.
That's only for kids. Coloring and puzzles are for kids.
Well, that's what we do every day.
Not.
Jonas says, well said. Braden says, very inspiring answers and not too far off than what I was expecting. I hope you know that you're accomplishing those goals.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you so much, Braden.
Yeah, like this.
That means a lot to hear that.
When we see people posting in our Facebook group, I get so happy. I'm like, oh my God, someone posted in our group.
Someone commented.
Yeah, and it's
someone
like
entered.
People are interacting, and like we get really excited.
Yeah.
Because we want like this community right here that we've created on this live stream. I didn't know that this was going to happen, and it has become amazing.
Yeah, we didn't know that this community would come closer together, and you guys would be speaking to each other and not just us on the live streams. But this has like been so much more. It's been awesome, and that's why we want to keep these live streams going. 7
days present emojis.
Nice.
Liat says, yeah, I love that we can stay together for my entire stay. And it's like Liat is a Reed sister, but I also consider to her
She's your sister too.
Yeah. They always because I stay there too, and it's like, oh, they've adopted this Filipino girl.
Yeah, we each have a second set of parents.
That makes you a rare breed. Most who succeed don't give a darn about helping others succeed. No, it's what is the most like.
That doesn't make sense to me. Like reading that sentence is like, what? You're that just doesn't make sense to me. Most who succeed don't give a darn. Like, how can you not, after being blessed so much in your own life and reaching your goals, how do you not want to help others achieve those same things? I don't know. I know everyone's different, but those things don't click for me.
The thing is, you do need to help yourself before you can help others, for sure.
Oh, yes,
we had to get our minds squared away first.
Totally, yeah.
And we did many years of watching, reading, attending things
still to today.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah,
it's a muscle. It's a muscle that you need to work.
It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. Success is a lifestyle. It's not just one thing that you achieve or a goal at the end of this long road. It's all about, the way that you feel on a day-to-day basis. Every day should be a gift. Every day should feel happy and should feel fun and should be exciting, and not just the weekends or not just the week that you're able to take off from your job. And we totally know how that feels. We each had our own office jobs, and we just I don't want life to be like that. Why does it have to be like that? I think when you ask yourself that question, your mind and the universe and opportunity start to present itself to you, saying giving you opening doors to different paths that can lead you down more positive, more happy roads.
I was a completely different person before I found entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship saved my life because I was so different. I was this depressed person, and I'm not when I say depressed, I mean actually depressed, which a lot of people feel. A lot of people are going through that. And I remember I would just dread the days. The Monday was Mondays was the worst days, and I would just literally had to drag myself into work. And there was a realization that I had at my office job where because there's a lot of politics with office jobs, right? There's a lot of politics, bosses, this, that, all that kind of stuff that goes on. And I remember I had to take the bus into downtown, and my job made me feel a lot of anxiety because there's a lot of higher ups, the bosses, they're constantly watching you, they're always breathing down your neck, and you got to perform. And it wasn't a good energy or a good vibe. You were constantly oh my God, am I doing this right? Am I going to make the quota or whatever? And I remember arriving into work, and I had to run from the bus stop because the bus stop only stops a certain way in downtown, and then you had to run in, take the elevator. And I remember I was running because I was going to be a couple minutes late, and I didn't want to get in trouble and get documented and all this kind of stuff. And I was just running in, and I was sweating. I had so much anxiety. I sat to my desk because you had to sign in on your phone. You had to punch in your code. So that's how they knew if you came in on time, is if you punched in on your phone with your code. So I was trying to get to the computers just so I could punch in and then go to the washroom or get a drink or something. And then I just sat down in my seat, punched in my code, totally sweating. My heart is pounding. I feel horrible. I don't want to be there. And my heart was pounding like crazy, and I felt like something was wrong. I felt like something was off. I felt sick. When you just start sweating and you're not really doing anything, you're just sitting there and you feel like something's gone wrong. That's what happened to me.
Panic attack?
I was having some sort of attack, and then I felt like I was going to throw up, and I had to I ran to the washroom, and I barely made it. And I know this is quite graphic, but I projectile vomited in the washroom after signing in, and I felt horrible. I was totally pale. My skin just had no color in it. I looked really white, and I sat down at my desk and I continued sweating. I tried to drink some water to calm down. The heart palpitations continued on. They were pounding, and I just felt horrible, and I got to a point where I said, there's something wrong. I think I need to go to the hospital. So I called my mom to come pick me up because I'd taken the bus. I didn't want to take the bus all the way back, even though I was feeling like that. And I called my mom and I said, I don't feel well. Something's wrong with my heart. I feel really bad. I think I need to go to the hospital. So she picked me up. We drove straight to the emergency room. I was put in there. They hooked me up right away. We're checking my heart. And I was so sensitive to light, and just like, I just felt so horrible. And even though they didn't find a specific thing that was wrong, I know that it was the environment. I know that it was the energy. I know that the way that I felt about my work and my job made me feel like this. I feel like it was a sign from the universe that I needed to leave that. And when that happened, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be here anymore. I've got to figure out how I'm going to get out. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, it's really like your emotions and the way that you feel is kind of like your GPS system. It's there for a reason. It's helping you understand what's going on in your body and how you're responding to the outside world. So if you're feeling like that, oh man, like anxiety, fear, sick to your stomach, like all of this terrible, terrible feelings and emotions, something is clearly wrong. And it's not just because there's no such thing. It's just because things happen for a reason. So if you're feeling like that, that is something telling you that like
something's wrong. I knew that something was wrong. I was like, I need to leave this. I cannot be here. This is not a good environment for me. RG10 says, wow, it was awesome, Jewel and Marie. Your whys was very impressive and inspiring. Thank you. We want to be an example for people to strive for something greater than what they think they can actually do. Hey, Ashish.
Hello, Ashish.
How's it going? Jojo says, smash the like button.
Yes, give us a like on the live stream, guys, if you're watching this.
Thank you, ladies. Take the wheel, jump, drive your future. A fun life is possible.
Yes,
totally
exactly.
is.
Those are good summary points. Great summary points.
Leanne says, Jewel, you're my sis too now. Yeah, adopted.
Adopted sis.
Justine says, success is a lifestyle. I think that's empowering.
It is.
It is. It really is.
Like, it's just a way of life. It's a way to be every single day. It doesn't have to be something that you're waiting to achieve.
Teddy says, at my age, every day is a gift. Every day is a gift.
Absolutely.
You choose your lifestyle.
Yes. RG says, my problem is getting started. I want multiple streams of income and have a million things in my mind, but my 9-to-5 drains my energy and soul and makes my why take a back seat every time.
Yeah.
I totally know that.
It's fair. By the time you get off work, you're like,
you're so drained.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like, I got to take some rest before I have to do this again on Tuesday, you know?
Yeah. And sometimes that is the case, you know, I would try to make a point after work to just block off 2 hours or something, certain amount of time to work on our Essetino artist business. But sometimes I just didn't feel like it. I didn't have that motivation. And in that case, I was like, okay, when the weekend rolls around on Saturday, you know, I'm going to feel more refreshed because I've had time to sleep in on Saturday. That's when I can start to work on my business. And the thing is like, you can't think about absolutely everything that needs to get done because that's just so overwhelming. You'll stress yourself out and, you know, it'll even cause procrastination in some sense because you're just thinking about everything. The key is like when you plan to work on your business, already know what you're going to be working on. So kind of divide what you need to do into different projects or tasks and pick one task or one project to work on. Know
One
exactly
thing.
what that is before you actually get to that time slot, whether that's on the weekend or after work or, whatever it is. You got to already identify what it is rather than just saying, oh, after work, I'm just going to work on my business, because there's so many things to do, right? So many things to grow.
Product Patrol says freedom is so refreshing. It definitely is, and it never gets old. Like when it hits Monday, I am always so grateful now for Mondays, because I know that I don't ever have to go and do what I did beforehand before becoming an entrepreneur. Like I remember Sundays I was dreading, and then Monday at 8 a.m. was horrible.
Every day for me, like waking up to go to a job that I didn't like, every day was just really, that morning, like your day would start off on a bad note because of the way that you feel when you hit that alarm, to snooze or to turn it off in the morning when it goes off, and you're waking up and you're like, oh, I don't want to get up because of what my day will be like today. And just waking up on that energy every single day is terrible. Pretty much writes a negative story for you. And when you do have the ability to go off on your own and have your own business, you're writing a great story. You're writing one that you want to live out and one that will make you happy.
Braden says that's definitely a panic attack, Jewel.
That's what it sounded like. That's why I asked you about it.
I was so...
You just might have not known
I didn't know what was happening. I thought I was having a heart attack. I was like, what is wrong with my heart right now? I feel completely sick, and I had to stay in the hospital, and I emailed Dorit just before I was gonna get picked up, and I was like, hey, I'm on my way to the hospital, call me later.
What?
Yeah, and she calls me, she's like, what the hell happened? My phone died. What did I miss? Left off at agreeing with the REIT.
Can't understand that. Like the tide, we all rise together. We are all one. Awesome. Yes. Great. Why? Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you, Product
look
Patrol.
At all those likes.
Whoa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Linda says, I went through something similar. I was in a job I loved for 27 years. Then I was expected to sell in a way that conflicted with my moral code. It took 5 months for me to let go. Wow. That's crazy. Now you're retired.
Awesome. Yeah, when I first started my office job, I did like it. I mean, I was quite green and I was learning new things, and I loved the people that I was working with.
Yeah, you had a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends there.
I loved the people the most, and I think that's kind of what made it hard to leave for so long, is just being amongst those friends. But then after a while, I just felt like I wasn't growing. I felt like I was molding, and I was stagnant, and I was doing the same thing over and over again, day to day. And that's how, and then I thought about that. I'm like, I'm spending 8 hours of my day, every single day, doing what? Like, I'm not growing. I'm doing the same thing. I'm punching in stuff into the computer and talking on the phone to this person and that person. I didn't feel like I was actually impacting anybody or doing or contributing in any sort of way. And that's when things started to, those questions are like, how am I going to leave this place? And then I just started visualizing all the time the day that
you had your fairy tale ending.
It wasn't necessarily fairy tale.
I
was just envisioning me writing my 2 weeks notice and then handing it in, and then coming out of the elevator, because it was in an office building, and then walking out the street in downtown. And that picture played over and over again. It wasn't like, I wasn't going to be mic drop or anything like that. Here you go. See you later. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted for myself to be the one to quit on my own terms when I was ready. And it was amazing that day.
I did a
That day
video.
is amazing.
I did a video on my story of how I left. I wanted to do a mic drop and do this whole big shebang
you had
thing.
a different office environment.
Yeah, it was very hostile, and I wanted to, be like, walk in there, hand there, and be like, I don't need you guys anymore. I wanted that, but it blew up in my face, and it was the complete opposite. I had the mic dropped on me, and I was all of a sudden fired up out of nowhere, had no idea what was happening. If you want to watch the full detailed video, you guys can check that out on our channel. I go into very deep detail, and it was a crazy story. It was a crazy story about how it actually happened and then what happened after. And I'd have to say, in my opinion, it's a really good story.
Well, the universe made that happen. It happened for a reason. And that's the thing. Sometimes when these events happen that seem negative and that feel they really suck when it happens and make you feel bad, you might not know there's actually a silver lining in some way that you don't see in the moment, but you'll see it later.
Roland says editing but listening. No worries,
Nice.
Roland. You gotta do what you need to do.
Getting it done.
Phil says, I had an office job quite similar to a situation to you, Jewel. Luckily, I was made redundant and I used my payout to start a business. So I have been free for 5 years. That's amazing.
Very cool.
That's so cool. Saying that it's not easy to be your own boss in the beginning. No, it is not. It's not. It's amazing feeling, but it's definitely like you have to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined.
It's not a dream. It's not like
because you could lose it.
Leave. Yeah, it's not like as soon as you leave, everything is all amazing. It's you need a lot of dedication and persistence, and
you do need to motivate yourself.
Yeah, and to work yourself up to be able to put in the work every day.
Brayden says, my illness keeps me almost bedridden, and I'm used to being the one who is out there inspiring others, so it's been a huge struggle to get through this. Having a place like this to remind me is huge. That sounds really bad. That sounds horrible.
Wow. But you know what, Brayden? We love always hearing from you as well with your comments, and the way that you contribute in these live streams is absolutely the way that you have so much to contribute. We just see it from your comments. And, maybe, it's kind of weird to say this, but maybe this is all happening for a reason. And if, you still have the ability to impact people from wherever you're at with the blessing of the internet and your phone and everything. And I'm so glad that these live streams remind you of that power that you have.
And if you what helped me get out of the place that I was in mentally was, we started watching other people that we looked up to. And then you have to step back because a lot of people are like in this box and they only literally see this and just like step out of it for a second and like look at it from a bird's eye view, look back. And I was like, hold on a second. I have one life to live. Why am I being unhappy? Why am I living a life that I hate? Why am I doing this that I hate? Why am I not doing what I want to do? Why am I not having fun? I have one life. What am I doing here?
Those questions that you ask yourself are so important, and you don't only ask yourself those questions, but answer them and find those answers, because those questions lead you down a different path. They're very important.
A lot of people don't ask themselves that question, and it's like, really, like, whose life is this? It's yours. What do you want to do with it? Is it possible to enjoy life? Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
7 Days Present says, this is so what I needed to hear on the weekend, that I'm leaving my working for others' life and moving states to go focus on my heart's path. We'll definitely be rewatching this episode. Please repost. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's amazing. That's
sounds like
really
a major
cool.
Transition is in your midst.
You're doing a crazy transition. This video, like these live streams are on our channel, so they end up going on the next day. So they just need some time to process, and then this episode will be on the next day. And this is episode 60.
Yeah. And also we can repost this particular episode if you like in the Creative Business Success Facebook group, because I think the conversation here is really good. I think, this whole conversation about life and just motivation and your why and everything can inspire a lot of people. So we can post it in the Creative Business Success group. And if you're not a part of it, I'm not sure if you are yet, 7 days, but if not, the link is scrolling down on the bottom there, so you can check that out.
Linda says, it is definitely the people that made it so awesome. I literally grieved while I was still on the job. It's awful for a few months. Yeah, there would be days where I would go, all the jobs I've ever had, like, when you have your lunch breaks. I remember when I used to work at Starbucks, I used to sit in my car with the sunroof back when my parents had a Jeep Patriot. And I would sit with the sunroof, get your free drink. And I was like, one day I'm never going to have a job again. One day I'm going to do something so cool and I'm going to love life. Like, I used to say these things to myself as I smelled like coffee and like my feet were aching. And like, there were 2 breaks that you had at Starbucks. A 15-minute break and a 30-minute break. So in total, for 8 hours, you get a 45-minute break.
Mm-hmm.
And that just, like, if you think about that, it's like, what? And it's like 15 minutes, man. That's like nothing. Roland says, I quit the edit, not feeling it, too tired. I had anxiety attack when I was in my late 20s. I don't know why, but it sucked. And I actually did get a course to get over it, and it worked. Whoa, wow. Crazy. Didn't even know there was a course to get over. I guess there's courses on everything. But yeah, there are certain moments where I've had these anxiety attacks that they just happen. And then you're just like, what's happening? And then you feel like you're going to die. It's crazy.
Steven says, hello, both. How are you, my 2 beautiful women, doing today? Much love from Steve
here
hello,
in England.
From England.
Hello.
Nice. Thanks for tuning in, Steven.
Oh, we've got a quick question here. Justine says, Boldy is asking, do you think it's possible to be working full-time and have a successful business simultaneously? Yeah, I do believe so, but it will be double the work. And it depends also if your full-time job, like if you love it or you hate it. You know what I mean? Because I know that Justine, my sister, she actually really loves her job. And that's great if you actually do. But 99% of the people that I know don't. And they just like do it because they need to do it.
I think it's definitely possible, but you have to work a lot harder. If you have a full-time job and you're building up a business, it can become successful while you're still having your full-time job. For us, like, I feel like, I don't know, I wouldn't call it was like majorly successful enough for us to leave our jobs. The universe kind of forced it upon Jewel. And then for me, it was like a gradually leaving the employee world. So it didn't necessarily happen like that for us. It was only once we started fully having time to work on our business, that's when things started to take off. But I do know people who have had that happen to them where they've worked full, they're still working a 9-to-5 job.
It's possible. It's
business, their business is taking off at the same time. And that is what has allowed them to quit their full-time job as a result of that. So it's definitely possible.
See, the reason why I was asking if you like love or hate your job, because it's like, it's going to make it harder if you really hate your job the way that I did. To give you a quick example of how much I hated my job, I needed between 5 to 8 cans of Coke and coffee/energy drinks to make it through the day.
Man.
Just one day. So I would rotate between having like, there was a coffee machine that would make these Mars bar coffees. It's a Mars bar flavor and they were really sweet, ton of sugar. and they would keep me awake. I needed these drinks to stay awake. So I would like have that in the morning, and then I'd have a can of Coke, and then I'd buy energy drinks like Red Bull and Monster. I would drink that all the time, and I would just rotate. And then it was like I literally had 5 to 8 of these drinks per day because I just needed them to get through. And it was like a drug, really. It was like a drug to stay awake. Roland says, Liat says, same here, Roland, editing and listening.
And Roland says, it took a couple of years to really understand how Air was feeling. Been fine ever since. So strange. Linda says, Brayden, you found this live stream to help you see the light that shines when we dare to dream. Oh my God, that is beautiful, Linda.
Dare to dream.
That is so beautiful. I love that. Brayden, you need to screenshot that and save that. Write it down somewhere.
Screenshot it.
Just write it down so you can always read that when you need to.
Brayden says, thank you, Linda. Let your body heal unapologetically. It's okay to take good care of yourself and be back on the saddle in no time. Keep positive thoughts. That is why we spend so much on our health. We spend so much time, and I will say money, on our health. It's because I know that if I'm not there health-wise, I cannot do anything. I cannot help anyone. I cannot make money. I can't do anything if I don't have my health.
Yeah.
So that's why we're so and it wasn't like this before. Where's that photo of me? I have to show that before photo of me.
That is your number one priority, is your health. So don't feel bad if you need to take the time to heal yourself and you need to get better first before you can actually fully work and dedicate yourself to your business. I know it's tough. I know it's really tough because you want to do so much with your business, but just think about that though. You can't really, you need to help yourself first. You need to make sure that your tank is filled up to the top in order to be able to help other people. So that is step one. That is priority. And then once you do start to feel better and you take care of yourself, then you can shift focus onto building this business, helping other people. I agree with you, Lenny.
So I'm going to show you a photo of me in 2018 when I got to my heaviest weight, and it's a pretty bad photo. It's a pretty bad photo of me.
Post it on Instagram.
Yeah, this was in Whistler, 2018, which is like a ski resort type place. And someone else took this photo of me. I was sitting by a campfire eating s'mores. And I had let myself get to this point. And at this point, it was bad because I just felt like I felt like a really heavy weight. I felt very unhealthy. And I shortly after that made the switch to become healthier and lose a bunch of weight and stuff like that. I still need to do a video on that whole story. But here's a photo of me in 2018 September, right? Not looking so great. And then there was an after photo of when I lost I think 40 pounds or 30 something to 40 pounds.
That's an awesome before and after shot.
So and now I feel amazing. I feel the strongest I've ever felt. It's crazy. And it goes hand in hand with energy and your life and business. I know it sounds weird, but when I started losing weight and getting more confidence back again, it was connected to
very much
entrepreneurship and business and all that stuff.
Actually, because when you feel good about yourself, then it just that energy goes into everything that you do, everything you work on, from sending one email to someone or networking, speaking to someone in person, giving a presentation, creating something like a course or a video for someone. It feeds into absolutely everything. So it definitely matters how you feel about yourself, and make sure you take good care of your body and your health.
Linda says, will you create a playlist? That's actually a good idea. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, we'll create a playlist for the quarantine life and put all of the episodes in there.
Great suggestion, Linda. I'm writing that one down.
Brayden says, I'm definitely not going to be taking life for granted after I've healed. I've taken that bird's eye view, and even though it's a struggle, I understand that it's just a phase.
That's good to hear, Brayden. You've taken that bird's eye view. You've taken that step back to see everything that's happening in front of you. So I love that positive mindset you have.
Joda says, you ladies are just wonderful. Yesterday I watched some awesome videos and subbed to the channels. Hello to Phil, Linda, and Roland.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm not done yet. I love the quarantine life.
That's awesome, Jojo. You're so awesome.
We love how all you guys are getting connected. It's so cool.
Yeah, I love it so much.
Let's see.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what this means.
I don't know what
Request opening to Mean Girls 2004 DVD. I don't have the DVD.
I'm not sure. I mean, I have seen Mean Girls, but it's still not making any sense to me.
Behavioral therapy is great for anxiety.
Yeah.
What kind of therapy is that?
It's I learned about it in a psychology class. It's like thoughts, correcting thoughts and how they affect your behavior. And it's just, they actually use it as well for getting rid of fears, getting over certain fears. Mm-hmm. It's a type of therapy that works for different, not mental disorders, but just the way that you're feeling, like anxiety. Yeah.
Roland says, right on, Brayden, you will win. My brother suffered with scoliosis for many years. Finally had a risky operation 2 years ago, and he is finally living again. So happy for him.
You will win.
I haven't even talked about all the ailments I used to have. Like, I used to like be sick and all this stuff beforehand. That's another video that I still need to create. Brayden says, if your side hustle is what you are passionate about, then it is totally possible. It is.
Mars bar coffee. I know, right? It sounded good too when you said it, but I'm like, oh, it's probably a ton of sugar.
It's really sweet.
Was it very syrupy?
Yeah, like it's like it's those machines where you have the packets and then it kind of like makes it, and it's not like a known machine. I don't know what company made it.
I think I'd rather have a coffee with a Mars bar.
And then Jody says, oh my goodness, Jewel, you really need to get out of that job. Yes, I bet you're referring to how many pops and drinks and stuff I used to drink per day. I know, it's crazy. Hey? And now I pretty much have 1 or 2 cans of pop a week. Okay, so I've cut down on that. The soda kind, yes.
It's addictive.
Product Patrol says, I have to watch the snack and fast food.
But that's who you are, Product Patrol. That is your passion.
Congrats on taking control, Jewel. Yeah, there was a couple of moments where I was like, this needs to change. And I had to realize what my weaknesses were, because I couldn't, going to the gym was not working for me. Like by myself, going to the gym by myself was not enough. I would always do the easiest machines, just go on the elliptical, not really work it. I didn't know how to really work out. I needed a personal trainer. I needed someone to teach me how to do this. Yes, I know. I'm so glad that made the choice to do that. And it also helped when my sister and my mom, they gave me a gym membership, and that gym membership made me realize, me going to the gym, that I really don't know how to work out. So it like prompted me to get personal training, and it just like it was like a snowball
domino effect.
Yeah. But I did say like outright to my sister and to like my mama, I would say, I need to lose weight. Like I need to figure this out. I need to figure out what's going to work for me. Linda says, I'm working on taking control myself. You ladies should do a compilation video of all the quarantine life episodes with the We Are the Champions.
to like
That's
a
like
slow-mo.
a ton of footage to go through.
Yeah, it really is. But there are a lot of good little nugget bites in each of these.
RG says, keep it up. Brayden,
you're doing great.
You will win.
Yes. Q, we are the champions.
Product Patrol says, well, I eat less. I need to review natural snacks and food. Yeah, you need to switch that up.
Yeah, it could still be food, but maybe find healthier ones.
Yeah.
It's not as fun to review like a squash though. Versus single packaged bacon.
Brendan says, I feel like I've taken up a lot of the stream today, but thank you everyone for your inspiring words and positivity.
That's what
this is yeah. I'm sure people are getting value out of what you're saying, and maybe they're not feeling well either.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of people who aren't feeling well in this world.
Yeah.
Like, most people are not happy. It's crazy. That's what's wrong with this whole thing.
And I think it's really tough too when it's those people who don't feel well, but they don't know that it can change. They just think that is the way things are. That's just life. That's the way I feel. I have to do this. And that's what we want to inspire in people, is that you can get in the driver's seat. You can take this where you want to go. You might not be able to jump into that dream life right away, but hey, it starts with one little action at a time. It starts with one thought at a time, one question to yourself at a time. And from there, that just snowballs into something that you love so much, and you never could have imagined it could happen for you.
You have to make the decision that you're going to keep trying no matter what, and you're going to figure this out. And if your desire is, I want to create multiple income streams and leave my job, like, so many people have proven that you can do that.
Yeah.
It's already been proven. It's like the 4-minute mile, right?
Yeah.
Nobody could do it until that one person did, and then now everybody does it. If there's something that you want someone's already done it, like, it's possible. It's just, you just need to get yourself to that point. And it's like us, we've, a lot of people that have seen this journey, they're seeing us now and they're like, wow, you guys are doing so good. And it's like, yeah, well, do you remember like in 2010 when we didn't know what the hell we were doing, and we were just making a greeting card company?
Yeah.
And we were just at Michael's craft store.
Healthy coffee.
Yeah. And it was really cool to hear a story the other day. We actually got the coffee that we're going to be sharing delivered to us the other day from my cousin. And he told us something that we didn't even know about. So, he's starting his business, and he's telling us about, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of money. He's starting a coffee roasting business. And we're so excited and happy for him. And we're like, keep going, man, you're doing it. Like, this is what it's all about. It's going to be difficult in the beginning. You're not going to know everything. And I said something, and I was like, yeah, we started back in 2010, and my parents didn't know what we were doing and all this stuff, and they didn't get it. And he's like, yeah, I remember I used to see Arit come into the Take 5 coffee shop. She would bring her laptop and sit down at the tables. I remember seeing her.
So Take 5 is a coffee shop that was across the street
from
my work building. So during my lunch breaks, I would bring my laptop to the coffee shop and work on our business.
And then when he said that, we're like, what? Where were you? And then he's like, I don't know if Faree knew me back then, but I remember seeing her.
But he remembers.
And he's like, I used to manage that coffee shop. And we're like, what? We didn't even know that you were there. And so it was just very humbling to hear that
and to
story,
remember
that. Because, I remember when we used to go into the coffee shops all the time, bring our laptops and sit there for 8 hours trying to figure out this whole thing, trying to figure out
how to build a website, how to get people to know
how to
our
make
brand,
money,
and how to make money, and how to, just post on social media. All these little things we had to learn how to do. And I think you just have to tell yourself that you want this so much that you're going to do anything to figure it out. And it's just a matter of figuring it out. It's not something impossible. It can happen. It's just you got to figure out where, what the skills are, where those steps are, how to figure out the middle stuff, which is totally doable, and you'll eventually get there. It's not like the thought never crossed our mind that we would not be able to make this dream life of us happen. When I say dream life, it's like being our own bosses, having the freedom to do whatever we want, design our days the way that we want, work on whatever we want.
Life is fun.
Spend time with the people that we want. Have fun.
It's exciting.
Create every single day, being creative.
Linda says, that's why we are here. The universe is working in our favor to live our best lives. Awesome episode. Yes, this is an awesome second last episode.
Yeah.
One thought at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, CM. Thank you for joining
CM.
us. Dawn says, oh, wow. Hello, ladies and everyone else. I tuned in just in time to hear you both once again being inspirational and positive. You guys are so amazing. We appreciate that, Dawn, and your support. I almost wish she had a commercial break so I could do things. Well, we will be ending it soon.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping it up soon.
It's been about 4 years since I started getting ill, and it's only been 3 months that it's getting figured out. So I'm really looking forward to having this energy to match my passion again.
You'll get there. Yeah.
It's nice being connected to like minds, like individuals, like in this group. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Roland says, good night, everyone. I've been up since 5:30 in the morning. I'm fried. A great episode, and you all rock. See you around the playground.
Have a good night, Roland.
All right. That's a good place to end it.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was an awesome episode. It is recorded, so you guys can watch it again. Episode number 60, the second last episode of our daily live stream. And we're going to end it here. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for the last quarantine life episode 61.
The season finale.
Bring your cakes, bring your coffees, bring your alcohol drinks, whatever, and hang out with us tomorrow, 6 p.m. PST for the last episode.
We'll make it fun. And we'll be announcing the winners of
the microphones.
Lavalier microphones. So stay tuned for that. And for those of you who don't know about it, head over to our Creative Business Success Facebook group.
We're giving away 2 microphones.
Yeah, you'll see a post in there about the giveaway. Thank you guys so much. It's been such a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Just quickly, everybody is...
Night.
Whoa,
Good night.
whoa, whoa.
Night. Thumbs up. Yeah, click like on the live stream, guys.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone.